What's going on, guys? Welcome to All Gear Reviews. In this video I'm doing an unboxing, first impressions and features tour of the brand new Oneplus Buds 3. There's some really interesting things going on here with these earbuds. We'll get to that in a minute, but first let's do the unboxing. So straight away you can see it's got high-res certification with LHDC, so you would have to have a phone that supports that, and I am assuming that the OnePlus Nord will support it. Remember guys, never settle for second best. So we've got the usual literature. And here we have the buds themselves. And straight away, I really love the texture on this case. It's kind of a vegan leather finish. And this is the lighter color. This one is called the Lunar Radiance. So you've got this really nice brushed metal all the way around the outside. You've got a little pairing button there. It's quite hard to see in this light. And then there's a little LED here as well. Let's see what else is in the box. Classic OnePlus red packaging. And in here we have classic OnePlus red cable with the white ends, USB-A to USB-C. And then here we have some additional ear tips. There's large, small and extra small, and they're just your standard kind of ear tips with a little bit of a mesh, a rubber mesh to protect the speaker grill. So there we go, that's the contents of the box. Now I'm just going to pair these up and then we'll run through the features, and at the end I'll give you my first impressions of the sound quality. So I just noticed now the LED is actually inside right here, and pop-up pairing is supported. And I have to say, I am impressed with the design on this. This is really nice. It looks very, very classy with the two-tone metal and the kind of cream color here. And I like how they've done the left and right markers. And yes, as I expected, the OnePlus Nord does have the LHDC codec here for the HD audio. So you can get 24-bit, 96 kilohertz to these earbuds. So the Hey Melody app is required. Ori, stop! So I had kind of expected that the app would auto download on the Nord phone, or at least there would be some kind of QR code somewhere on the box to prompt you to download the app. But actually, the only thing mentioning the app is tiny down here. It's called the Hey Melody app. So I'll have to download that on the phone. It's quite rare that I have to look at the user manual these days when it comes to these kind of things. And there we go, we're now in the app, and it automatically added the earbuds. Soundmaster EQ. So there's a bunch of cool stuff here which we'll come back to in a moment, but first let's run through some of the key features on these earbuds. Okay, so the launch day price on these appears to be $179 here in the UK, so you better check your region, it might vary a little bit, but check this out. If you scroll down, you can actually get a pair of OnePlus Buds Pro 2 completely free, so that's fantastic. When it comes to the color options, we've got the Lunar Radiance, which is the ones that I have here. And then we've got the Midnight Opus, which is a kind of black leather, and a slightly darker metal here on the stems compared to these ones, which are a bit more glossy. Okay, so now let's look through what OnePlus are highlighting on their website about these earbuds. Of course, they do have the Dyn Audio collaboration. These guys have been in the audio game for a very, very long time. I kind of get the feeling that they've had a lot to do with tuning the EQs on these earbuds, and we will test out the sound quality in a little bit. So the tagline is perfection at play. Master tuned for sonic superiority with Dyn Audio. So yes, they did tune the audio for these. Now here's where it gets a bit more interesting, the actual hardware used in these particular earbuds. So they have an 11mm woofer and a 6mm tweeter in each earbud. So that is fantastic when it comes to sound separation. Most earbuds will just have one driver that does everything, and having a dedicated tweeter really allows that woofer to just focus on the mids and the lower ends. So on paper, that sounds fantastic. Also, we've got bespoke tuned DAC to deliver deep bass and delicate trebles, up to 50 decibels of noise cancelling. Most earbuds kind of stop at 40 decibels, so 50, that's a bold statement right there. And they say the voice cancelling is 2 times better. Most earbuds and most noise cancelers in general are not that great at cancelling out voices. So if these can do that well, I'll be impressed. Audio tailored for you, so the audio adapts to the surroundings using the exterior mics, I assume. So here we go, here's a little product highlight for you. So the dual drivers in each earbud, the DACs. Then we've also got the LHDC 5.0, which is the newest one. So it's got a really fast bit rate and it can deliver 24-bit 192 kilohertz to the earbuds. So if you are streaming higher quality audio from Tidal or something like that, you're gonna get the maximum quality. Dial the silence up to 11. And this again is in reference to their 2 times better voice cancelling and the 50 decibels noise cancelling. So that's quite a bold statement. If it is true, I am gonna be super impressed. Now this is pretty mind-blowing. Up to 43 hours battery life. There is a little number next to that, so I don't know if that's battery life with ANC off. I would guess so, to be honest. Spatial audio with head tracking, so that's where the audio can lock in place, and when you turn your head it kind of stays in place. Bluetooth 5.4 is the latest, Google Fast Pair. So they do have a certification here. High performance noise cancelling from TÜV Rheinland. So it looks like the earbuds have 3 mics plus a bone conduction microphone as well for crystal clear calls. So that's very, very good. Most earbuds only have 3. These have 4. And they use a AI clear call algorithm here as well, which should reduce background noise. And this is just a kind of visualization of how much noise it can reduce. And this section here is just talking about the design itself. A compelling symphony of performance and refined aesthetics delivers a vision of sound. Good explanation. And it does have swipe for volume controls. I'm very happy to see that. I am a big fan of that on the AirPods. There's not many other earbuds out there that use this method. Here we go. Here's a breakdown of the battery. So 43 hours with ANC off as I expected. And that's using the AAC codec, which is a more power efficient one than the high res one. So 25 hours ANC on, that's more realistic. 21.5 with LHDC, still very good. 10 hours ANC off, 6 hours ANC on, pretty standard stuff. And then 5 hours if you're using the high res codec. Fast charging, 10 minutes in a case can give you up to 13 hours of playback. I'm assuming that's ANC off. Wireless charging is supported as well. And then you've got your ear tips, as you already saw in the unboxing. IP55. So that's actually a pretty good rating for earbuds. They're not going to be waterproof in the sense you can't go underwater with them, but rain and splashes and things like that will be fine. You got the Find My Earbuds feature there. Then there's this, the Zen Mode Air. I'm a big fan of this kind of thing. When you're on a plane, you turn the ANC on, but if there's no music playing, you can still hear some of that noise. What I like to do is play ambient noise, and that way it kind of blocks out all of the sound. And it looks like the app actually has this all sort of baked into it. So that's fantastic. All right, now let's get a look at the app and then I'll tell you what I think of the sound quality. Okay, so this is what the app looks like. You've got your battery levels here, your noise cancelling modes here, Sound Master EQ, and here you've actually got a bunch of the EQs that have been dialed in by Dynaudio themselves, including this one, which is their signature sound. So I'm gonna leave that one on. Then we've got bass wave here as well, which I'm assuming allows you to enhance the bass a little bit. I'm gonna leave it as that for now. You have the high res audio switch here to enable the LHDC codec. Gold sound. Get ready for the test. So this is where you do a hearing test and it will create an EQ based on your hearing abilities. I'm not going to do that right now because I'm assuming that's going to take a while. And ain't nobody got time for that right now. Spatial audio, which is very good for watching movies, not so much for actual music listening, in my personal opinion. The game mode that we saw on the website is here. Dual connection, so that's going to be multi-point pairing. I'm assuming this will only work when the high-res codec is switched off. Then we have the ear fit test. Let's do a little test here. Hopefully the medium ear tips are good enough. Average. So I'll definitely change that in a minute. Here we have the earbud controls. So we have the squeeze and double squeeze, triple squeeze, and volume control with the slide, which is nice. On the other side, similar thing. I'm assuming we could probably set up an assistant or something somewhere. By the looks of it, there's no option to activate an assistant, but maybe there is buried within the settings here. I'll have to find it. Anyway, I do like the controls. And it's not the most advanced app that I've ever seen, but it's got everything that you would need for the earbuds, except the battery level on the case. I'm not sure why it doesn't have that here. All right, now let's do a little sound test. I'm using the Dynaudio EQ, and this is my usual headphone test playlist where it's got a bunch of different varieties of music. We're on the highest quality here as well. The high-end frequencies are very, very nice. Vocals are good too. Right, this one is just female vocals, very strong, powerful female vocals. So yeah, vocals sound fantastic on these earbuds, as I expected. Because of that planar diaphragm, the vocal range is very, very distinct. This one's all about instruments. So instruments sound fantastic, and the sound stage on this particular track sounds really, really nice. Next one, a bass heavy track. Here's where we see what these can really do. So on the standard EQ here, the bass is punchy, but it's not super boomy like I've heard on other earbuds. Let's see what happens when we turn up the bass. Yeah, definitely a bit better. Let's try the bass EQ. The strength for these earbuds is definitely the clarity. The vocals just sound phenomenal. Just waiting for that bass to drop again. Yeah, that's better. Nice bass. Not the bassiest I've ever heard, but nice. So this one's a live recorded track. It's great for soundstage and also detail as well, because it was recorded live. You can hear all of the little plucks of the strings, the audience and that kind of stuff. All right, so here's my first impressions of the brand new OnePlus Buds Pro 3. The sound quality is very clean, very detailed, and the emphasis is definitely on the vocal frequencies. Bass is pretty decent, and the volume level is not the highest I've ever heard, but really you shouldn't be blasting your ears too much if you care about your hearing. I love the case design here, and the finish on the case is super, super premium. That kind of vegan leather is just really, really nice and grippy, and that metal edge looks really nice too. And even the design with the LED in here is nice too. The actual earbuds themselves do look really nice and premium, as you would expect, and I do like the design and the fit in the ears. What I particularly like about these earbuds is the controls, the swipe gestures, the pinch gestures. For STEM style earbuds, I do think it's the best method. I am quite surprised that I didn't see AI assistant feature in the app just yet. That's something that they could easily add with software updates later on. I do love the fact that there's a bunch of different EQs within the app for specific types of content. So whatever your listening style is, I'm sure you'll find the right EQ for you. I do wish there was a little bit more bass on these, but they are pretty damn good overall when it comes to sound quality. It's definitely more of a neutral sound signature. Now, last test is the noise cancelling. Let's get some noise on the go. Full blast from the speakers in front of me. The seal in the ear is actually very important when it comes to this, because I noticed when they were a bit loose there, a lot of noise was coming through. As soon as I pushed them in a little bit more, it's doing a great job of blocking that noise out. And I'm just going to reduce the volume on the speakers until the point I can't hear it anymore. So it's about there where I can barely hear that sound, and the speaker's literally right in front of me right here. So yeah, so the noise cancelling is very good. I'll have to do a side-by-side test with some of the other earbuds that I have to see how it stacks up. Let me know if you want to see that video. This has been my first impressions of these earbuds. If you guys want to see a follow-up video on this, let me know in the comments below. If you want to pick them up, there'll be a link below this video. And I appreciate you guys for watching this one. This one was completely unrehearsed, straight off the cuff. So I apologize if it's not quite as polished as my usual videos, but I'm about to jump on a plane to the Gamescom in Germany today in the next hour. So I had to get this filmed super quick. Appreciate you guys. See you in the next one. Don't be late.